was a very wet first Alfa Romeo Owners Club race earlier on, won by Tom Shepherd from Richard Drake and Ron Davidson. That result sets the grid for race number 2. We're on board here with Richard Merrill. He starts 6th as the race gets underway then. Up to 2nd gear he goes. And now 3rd as they make their way onto the Jordan Road Surfacing Bridge. That's the Ron Davidson GTV, the orange car up ahead of us, and to the right of him, that's Ian Daltrey in his pale blue Alfa Sud. The 24 car there is Richard Leggett's GTV as well. They're making their way around Jarvis Bend. We go on board here with Dave Messenger. He's out there in Alfa 75 V6. Along the Sturby Straight he goes then, just back from this first pack of cars. There's a gap behind the GTV, behind the first 5 cars. It's been a good start by Richard Merrill because he's up to equal 3rd position really. It's Ted Pearson that leads from Tom Shepherd in 2nd position. Pearson and Shepherd have both won Alfa races recently. Shepherd earlier on this afternoon, of course. And there's Daltrey, just alongside there, the number 67 car. That's Alan Barron from Bonnybridge in his Dave Ashford prepared engined Alfa Sud Sprint. Pearson it is that leads, and Merrill now goes up to 2nd place at the expense of the race 1 winner, Tom Shepherd. So Merrill goes through. Now he's chasing down the leader, Ted Pearson, the 46-year-old director from Southwold Walden. Raced karts in the early 1980s, and then this Alfa between 89 and 97, having 3 championship titles within his class during that time. But he loses the lead of this race because Richard Merrill goes through in his Alfa Julia, this 2-litre Brunswick engine. Conditions much better than they were for race 1. They're opposite to the liking of Richard Merrill here. Pearson 2nd, Shepherd 3rd, it's Richard Drake 4th, Ron Davidson 5th. Looking back at this next pack of cars, it's headed by the 75 of Dave Messenger. 14 is Will Dick, again doing battle with Ian Daltrey as he did in the earlier race. And one to watch too is that orange car. That's the car of Ros Shaw, the 41-year-old from Bromsgrave. This 2-litre Alfa Romeo that's in full FIA spec. She's just behind Alex Giles and Christian Dick here. Will Dick, I beg your pardon, the 70-year-old from Dudley. He's at 1970 Julia TS. It's more or less 3 abreast there, but it's Ross Shaw that can make up some ground, a bit more power in that car. It's an FIA Group 2 touring car. It's raced by Tony Hesemans in the European Touring Car Series, so it's a car with real pedigree as well. She's making up ground here after a spin in the opening race in the much wetter conditions here at Shaw's Corner. As the car at the back of the group, Stephen Chase in car number 40. Daltrey from Inverness just a little bit further the road. Of these 3 having a real good fight there, and look, there goes Charles trying to go around the outside of Shaw, and I think he's done it. Sure it was, he was twice defeated in these races at Mallory Park last year. Oh, and a spin up ahead, that's Daltrey. Oh, and he's spinning across the circuit, the cars dive to the left hand side, they all miss him, thank goodness for that. They're on the grass, oh, and now Messenger's got a big sideways round and very nearly collects that car coming through behind him. Well, let's take a look at this from Dave Messenger's point of view. New overalls required for Dave Messenger, should think. Ooh, that's 2 cars he very nearly collided with in that instant, and he was sideways as he rejoined the circuit, and that was very close indeed. So I think that was Ross Shaw coming through. So Shaw's come out of that little shake-up quite nicely, I think. Into the pits goes Dave Messenger. Something's broken on that car. I wonder if that's occurred after he went over the grass there. Not too much to choose between these 2 now, because Ted Pearson has really got his foot down in the closing laps of this race. But possibly the gap has gone out a little bit during the course of this first 3/4 of the lap. And the challenge that I thought he might make Ted Pearson on the race leader Richard Merrill appears to have evaporated now. Just the one more sweeping corner to go at Devil's Elbow. It's not really an overtaking opportunity, certainly from not the range that Ted Pearson is at. And so it's going to be Richard Merrill from 6th on the grid that takes the 2nd win of the day in these Alfa Romeo Owners Club races. It's Ted Pearson that takes second, and we'll wait for the third place man to come over the line. And as you can see on the results, that's Tom Shepherd in third, Richard Drake in his sub was fourth, Ron Davidson's GTB fifth, and Greg Pine, the 50-year-old from the Isle of Man, completed the top six. Fastest lap of the race, that went to the winner, Richard Merrill, one of only a couple of drivers to break the 1 minute barrier.
Richard Merrill, our final winner of the weekend here in the Alfa Romeo Owners Club Championship race, and it was a race that was very much fought out between you and Ted.
Absolutely, yeah. No, he was closing in on me. I was sure he was going to get me sooner or later. I can't tell you how happy I was actually to see the checkered flag, because I never saw a last lap board, and I was like, where is it? And then suddenly they swapped the last lap board for the checkered flag. I was like, thank God for that. So, fantastic.
Well, that's all we've got time for from Mallory Park. I hope you've enjoyed the Auto Club Classic Festival. See you next time.